Hello and welcome to Feature Friday, a Lee High School creative and performing arts series of radio plays featuring pieces on air from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Our students invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy some old times radio drama.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. Strange visitor from the planet Krypton who came to Earth with amazing physical powers far beyond those of mortal men. And who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, wages a never-ending battle for truth and justice. And now, the adventures of Superman. Insisting that he was unable to explain, Batman told Robin, his young companion, that he was going away, and he added that, if he failed to return after 1 week, Robin might never see him again. When 12 days went by and Batman failed to return, Robin summoned Clark Kent, who is really Superman. Together they searched for a clue to Batman's disappearance, and then, in a recording machine, Kent discovers a wired recording of a conversation between Batman and a mysterious man named Jones.
I think you'll do as I say, Mr. Wayne. Because if you refuse...
Yeah, if I refuse?
Then I will reveal to the world that you, Bruce Wayne, are Batman.
Holy smokes, Mr. Kent! Did you hear what that man said?
Yes, I did.
He knows Bruce is Batman!
So it seems.
How did he ever find that out?
I don't know, Dick, but it appears that somehow he did find it out, and he must have used that information to make Batman go away with him, under threat that he'd expose Bruce's double identity if he didn't.
Right, but who is he? How did he find out Bruce is Batman? And where did he take him?
You got me. All we know is that the man's name is Jones. Or is it?
Who knows? And even if it's a pretty slim clue, there are only a couple of million people named Jones, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So, where are we?
No place yet. Look, do you mind if I play this recording once again, Dick?
No, but what do you expect to get out of it?
Well, there was something vaguely familiar about the voice of that fellow Jones.
Gosh, do you think you know him?
Not sure. I think I've heard his voice before. I'm going to start the recording anyway. Please don't say anything until it's over, will you, Dick?
I'll make like a clam, Mr. Kent.
Okay, good. Here goes.
That's a strange request, Mrs. Jones, you said your name was.
Jones is right, Mr. Wayne. But strange or not, I insist that you come to my place with me now to discuss the matter.
But why? Why can't we discuss it right here?
Because, as I explained before, I prefer to discuss such an important matter in my own home, or in some neutral place, if you prefer.
You think I might have spies around here, eh?
Let's just say I prefer not to take chances.
I see. You know, you amuse me, Mr. Jones. You don't want to take chances, but you don't hesitate to ask me to take them. You come here with some cock and bull story.
It's not a cock and bull story, Mr. Wayne. I've told you the truth.
Maybe, and maybe your name is Jones, but you must admit, it sounds pretty fishy. I mean, telling me as little as you have and then asking me to go somewhere with you alone? How do I know you're not leading me into an ambush?
Why should I?
Well, I am pretty rich, you know. You may have some ransom idea in your head.
That's sheer nonsense, Mr. Wayne, as you'll find out. But we're wasting time. Will you come to my place?
Sorry, Mrs. Jones. I'm not a coward, but neither am I a fool. You'll have to tell me more.
That's enough.
And if I refuse, I don't go with you.
Well, do you recognize that guy Jones's voice? Do you know who he is?
Nope.
Oh, shucks.
But now I know definitely that I've heard his voice before, Dick. Oh, if I could only place him.
I'd like to place him too, at the end of a fist.
Well, you may get that chance. Do you have a pair of shears, Dick?
Uh-huh. There's a pair right here, in this drawer.
Will you please let me have them?
Sure, but what do you want him for?
I'm going to cut off the last 10 or 15 seconds of this recording wire. The part where Jones tells Bruce he's Batman.
But why?
Because I'm going to play this recording for several people, and I don't think Bruce would want them to learn his double identity. Do you?
I should say not. Here are the shears.
Thanks.
Who are you going to play the recording for, Mr. Kent?
The police department, and for the staff of the Daily Planet. Maybe someone can help us identify Jones.
Swell idea.
Give me a hand with this spool of wire, please, Dick. We've got to work fast. Now, Mr. White, Lewis, Jim, you too, Beatty, listen carefully to this recording of a conversation between Bruce Wayne and a man he calls Jones. I want to see if you can recognize Jones's voice. All right, Dick, turn on the machine.
Here goes, Mr. Kent.
Listen now, all of you.
That's a strange request, Mrs. Jones, you said your name was.
Jones is right, Mr. Wayne. But strange or not,
Well, nobody at either the police department or the Daily Planet recognized Jones's voice.
Yes.
Well, where do we go from here, Mr. Kent?
Gosh, I don't know, Dick. Let me think a minute, will you?
Go ahead. I'm afraid you'll have to do the thinking for both of us because I'm so upset my head's just going around in circles.
If only we had some idea what he wanted with Batman, and if only I could place his voice.
Yeah, if...
Say, listen, Dick. Inspector Henderson was going to have a fingerprint expert go over the study in your house. Have you heard from him yet?
Not yet. Do you want me to give him a ring?
No. Let's wait a little while. Then we... Oh, excuse me, will you? Clark Kent speaking. Oh, yes, Inspector. Did your fingerprint men turn up anything? Oh, they didn't, eh? I was afraid of that. Yes, I'm listening. What? What did you say?
What's up, Mr. Kent?
Say that again, Inspector. Oh no, but that's impossible.
What is it, Mr. Kent?
Just a minute, Dick, but I can't believe it. You did, you're positive. I see. All right, thanks, Inspector. Yes, you bet we will. Right, so long.
What gives, Mr. Kent?
Plenty. But don't stop to ask questions now. Come with me.
Where? What happened?
I'm not sure, but either Inspector Henderson has gone crazy or we have. Come on.
Clark Kent and Dick Grayson, who is really Robin, have arrived at the Metropolis Auditorium, where a huge throng mills around the doors, trying to push their way into the already crowded building. There, Kent flashes his press card, and followed by Dick, is ushered into the auditorium to seats in the front row, directly below the empty flag-draped stage.
Will you please tell me what this is all about, Mr. Kent? Why are we here? What's going on?
This, Dick, is a mass meeting which was announced only this afternoon by an organization of selfish, bigoted people who oppose sending food and other help to Europe.
You mean the Marshall Plan?
Yes, that and any other plan to help war-torn nations.
Then what are we doing here? I don't want to have anything to do with a bunch of selfish mugs who don't want to help those poor people.
Neither do I, Dick, but wait.
Nothing doing. I want out.
Wait a minute.
When Batman and I were in Europe, we saw people living like animals without anybody to care about them.
If you'll just listen a moment, Dick, I can tell you why.
No, I won't listen. I don't want any part of this meeting.
Now look.
Besides, I've got to find Batman.
Please, wait a minute.
Excuse me, I've got to...
Dick, come back here and sit down.
I won't. Let me go.
Will you sit down? Batman is going to be here.
Batman? Here?
That's what Inspector Henderson said. The police department issued a permit for the meeting just before he called me. And get this, Batman's going to be the principal speaker.
What?
That's right. He's going to.
Are you kidding? Why, Batman wouldn't breathe the same air as this rotten crowd.
Oh no. Look!
Huh? What?
Look up there on the stage. Look who's walking out to speak.
Christopher Columbus! It is Batman!
His eyes bulging, Robin looks up at the tall figure in skin-tight costume, gloves, cape, and bat-like hood and mask, and recognizes his companion, Batman. Can it really be Batman? who is out before the huge crowd to speak for a movement which he, Robin, Superman, and other prominent people have condemned as un-American and selfish? What can this mean? There are more surprises and thrills in tomorrow's exciting episode, fellows and girls, so be sure to listen. Tune in same time, same station for Chapter 3 of Batman's Great Mystery, on the adventures of Superman.